everybody, it's John, your Indian Cinemaniac, back with another 10-ish minute review. Okay, a couple of things. So apparently when I posted Hi Nana, I actually re-uploaded a Gael. That's how much I loved Gael. No, I'm kidding. So you guys let me know. You guys are pretty funny too. And I woke up at 4:30 this morning with you guys saying you uploaded the wrong one, and I re-uploaded at 4:30 a.m. You know why? Because I care. That's why. And you know what that means? You know what that means, right? Since I did that, wait, I'm just gonna think. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So thank you for that. I'm sorry, I apologize. I've never done that before. So, the second thing is, I'm trying to figure out what movies to watch, and I do these reviews, and you guys all give me suggestions. Some of them I can watch, some of them I can't because they're not available. But people ask me what streaming services I have. I have the only Indian one I have is Eros. But I have Hulu, I have Prime, I have Netflix, I have Peacock, I have Paramount Plus. Those are the streaming services that I have. So if they're available on those, I can watch just about anything. Okay. But I did a community poll, and I'm asking you guys to give me some choices, but I kind of narrowed it down. Then what I think I'm going to do is I'll take your choices, the common ones, and I'll put them up on a poll and let you guys decide which ones I watch. Okay. So if you haven't been on the community poll, please take a look. I think there's been about 25 of you who have. So thank you for that. Okay. So the film I'm going to review today, or this episode, is Krish 3 from 2019. Originally, I was going to review Krish. What happened was it was available on YouTube with English subtitles. Fine. But the dub, I don't know what language the dub was. It wasn't Hindi. It was something else because I know Hrithik Roshan's voice and it wasn't his voice. And frankly, I couldn't watch it. That's the second time that's happened to me. The Amir Khan film, the Forrest Gump remake or whatever you want to call it. I originally started watching it and it wasn't his voice. And I couldn't watch it because I know what these guys sound like. So I decided, okay, what else is available? And Krish 3 was available from 2013, so I decided to watch that. It was directed by Rakesh Roshan, who I assume is Hrithik's father. It stars Hrithik Roshan, who I've seen in a bunch of films, Bang Bang, Doom 2, which I loved, and War, Priyanka Chopra, who was in Barfi, Agnipath, and Seven Kun Maef, Rika, and Narsaruddin Shah, who was in A Wednesday in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He had a cameo in this. Um, it was interesting because it started off with a narration, and I go, I know that voice, but I couldn't pinpoint who it was, but I recognize it from the movies I've seen. And sure enough, I look it up. It was Amitabh Bachchan, the Big B. So I'm going, boy, I am watching a lot of Indian films. Okay, so as you know, the reason why I want to watch this, I am a huge superhero genre fan. So I figured, why not? I've only seen one Indian superhero film, and it was okay. Um, and this one was okay. Um, not great. I really like to see now. Apparently, there's been four of these, which I'm a little because I thought Krish was the first one, but someone told me it's Kol Mil Gaya is the first one, and then there was Krish two, one, two, Krish two, Krish three, and then I just saw a YouTube video that they're going to make a Krish four. So I assume that these are big hits, and that's why they keep making them. But it was, yeah. Well, let's start with the story. The story was okay. I mean, for these type of movies, there's a bad guy. He wants to release a virus to make money because he's got the antidote. But then what you find out is he wants to make a virus to take over the world. Okay, so it's not like that's a story. The Austin Powers movies, that was the story. So Hrithik is this superhero, Krish, who everybody knows about. In fact, there's a great opening scene where he saves an airplane. That was good. The special effects actually in this are very good, I thought anyway. Um, but it's a relationship with him and his father, and this guy Kyle or Kal, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, is this bad guy in a wheelchair. Hmm, sounds a little like the X-Men, doesn't it? Who is doing all these evil things, and he's got these hench people. and he calls them manimals. Now, I'm sure you guys don't know this show, but in the late 70s, it was either late 70s or early 80s, there was a one season show. I think it was with Simon McCordle. I think that was his name. It was called Manimal. And this guy fought crime, but he could turn into different animals. Manimal. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, someone knows that show. And they weren't bad, but it was also, it was the X-Men. Kyle was Magneto. The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants were the Manimals, because there was the Toad with a big long tongue. The girl, the femme fatale Kaya, I thought she was beautiful. She was a chameleon, like oh, I can't think of her name. Is it Rogue? I think it's Rogue, who can change shape. She can become anybody. And that was also a ripoff of the Matrix. The fight scenes looked just like the Matrix. So it was very obvious what they were doing, and so it's all about taking over the world, right? Stopping this virus, and this bad guy in the wheelchair is trying to get cured, so he won't be in a wheelchair anymore. He's got magnetic powers, a la Magneto, and he can only use his fingers, his no one fingers, because he's paralyzed. So if he gets the right DNA, he'll become this superpowered being. And so at the end there's a big fight between him and Krish, and Krish saves the day, and that's the story. So as far as superhero stories go, it was a two. I mean, it was a two. I've seen this a million times. The acting, I think the acting was a two also. There is one exception. I got to tell you this. I've never thought of Hrithik. I like Hrithik Roshan a lot. I like him in his movies. I don't think he's a great actor, at least in the movies I've seen so far. I think he's very good in what he does. But I have to tell you, he played his father in this one, and I thought he was fantastic. I mean, it was a believable character, but he did little things. His gait was different. They gave him a little belly, right? His posture is different. His hair was cut differently. The age makeup was actually really good. They didn't make him super old, but they made him old enough with some wrinkles and stuff that he didn't look. Hrithik Roshan is he takes his shirt off and he looks like a statue, right? And he does all these poses and everything. Great looking guy. But in this one, I thought that was the best performance in the entire movie was Hrithik playing his father, and the most believable character. So I give that a 4. I really was impressed with it. The rest of it, I mean, Pryor she was all right. She was wasted. The bad guy was one note the whole movie. The only one who had a little nuance was Kaya, but you also saw that coming a mile away. She wants to kill him, but then she falls in love with him because she pretends to be the wife, and now she gets to know Krishna and falls in love with him. So yeah, the acting, overall a 2, but I'm telling you, Hrithik, and I want to see other movies where you guys think maybe he's a better actor in it, because I thought he was great. The music, I'll tell you the thing about Hrithik Roshan. His musical numbers, he's a great dancer. So there are always great big musical numbers. The first one was at his birthday party. The second one was around the Krish statue that they made. And then the third one was kind of interesting because Kaya, the bad guy, fell in love with Krishna, and they do this love song. And I don't know where this location was, all the rock formations. It was a beautiful location. And I thought the song was okay. But the guy can dance. So the music, I'll give a 3, because I love watching him dance, and these dance numbers are gigantic. There's always a big group behind him. Overall, look, I mean, I think I'll be generous because look, and you correct me if I'm wrong, this is made for kids. Now, there were some violent scenes in this film that really aren't for kids, but overall, the tone of this movie is for kids. So, with that in mind, I guess I'll give it a 3. I think most kids would enjoy this. I mean, you think about the X-Men or even the Avengers; those aren't really made for kids. They're really made for adults. And this one seems like it was really made for kids. Now, I don't know how the other films are, if they're any more adult than these, but for that, I'll give it a 3. The one thing I will say that was kind of, I just thought it was ridiculous when the bad guy finally gets the most power that he has, right? He creates a suit for himself, and the suit looked like a garbage can surrounding his body. And the reason why it stuck out, the costumes were actually not bad. If you look at the bad guys, and they were kind of spandex or leather, black leather. They were kind of cool looking, you know. And the women, I mean, Kaya there looked beautiful in her skin tight outfit. She was cute. Um, but his outfit was a joke. He looked like the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz with a football helmet. I mean, in white skin. It just, I don't know, it didn't work for me at all. And it certainly wasn't scary at all. But anyhow, so that, I mean, that's what I think about this film. It was all right. And some people have recommended some other superhero films, but let me know, is Call Mil Gaia worth seeing, or even the first Krish? Because, you know, if I have to watch subtitles and not pay attention to the voices, I guess I could try to do that if you tell me this movie's going to be better than that. But this movie was okay. And from what I understand, it did really well. So much for taste. But yeah, you know, it was okay. Nothing great. Again, the best thing in this film was Hrithik Roshan playing his father. I thought it was fantastic. So, okay, that's it. That's a short review. That really is a 10-ish minute review. The next film I'm going to watch, I haven't watched an Amir Khan film in a while, and I needed my little Amir Khan fix. So I decided to watch, this came up in my queue, the film 2006, Fauna. Uh, I hope this is going to be a good one. You know me, I'm an Amir Khan fan, so hopefully I'm going to enjoy that one. So again, hit that community poll. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Krish 3 in the comments section. Am I way off on this? You know, because to me it was and I hate to say it, but it was a rip off of the X-Men. It really was. And maybe it's an homage. You know, when they rip something off, they usually say it's an homage. But they took a lot of stuff from the X-Men. But let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, taking the time to take the polls and commenting and correcting me when I upload the wrong video. That means a lot to me. So thank you. Thank you so much. Because if you wouldn't be commenting if you weren't watching, right? Okay. Anyway, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you let me know what you think in the comment section, and we'll talk to you soon with another 10-ish minute review, Amir Khan edition.